Welcome back to episode 12 of building our ultimate expedition vehicle. In this episode, we work on the internal plumbing and install our outdoor shower. I'm Courtney, and that's my husband Riley. Driven by a desire to learn new skills, we set off to build our ultimate expedition vehicle. With a timeline of 2 months, we are pushing ourselves to create a vehicle that will allow us to ski, mountain bike, and off-road our way through the country. We had no idea what we were getting ourselves into when we started this project, but it's turning into so much more than just an RV. So buckle up and follow along, because this is Ambition Strikes.
So we built a cubby for our 42-gallon water tank to fit in, and we added this high-density foam tape to it so that it won't rattle around.
Snug as a salted bug in a rug. Because you got me a bug assault?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, it was funny. So this shelf is going in on top of the water tank. It's going to serve a couple purposes. It's going to hold the water tank down, and then it's also where our batteries and inverter are going to be mounted. Our batteries and inverter together weigh almost 200 pounds, so it's important that we have a sturdy shelf for those to sit on. And I hope it fits. Oh yeah.
I can do that. Oh, this is our placeholder because we accidentally ordered a white one, but we wanted a black one. So the black one's on the way, but we want to keep making progress, so we're just gonna use this guy for now and then we'll swap it out. But this is the fill, so we need to drill a hole for our water line to go through.
AKA arm breaker.
The hole saw that we had was a little bit too small, just barely, so we've got a Sharpie line on it, and I was gonna hit it with a little air drum sander to open it up just a smidge.
I found this slick kit on Amazon that included everything we need for plumbing our water fill and our water tank, including fill hose, breather hose, drain hose, outlet hose, hose clamps, drain valve, and the tank fittings. All in one place and everything's the right size.
Filming in a camper is quite hard, even with a GoPro, so I'm up in the bed area, hovering over Riley as he works in this little cubby.
Evidenced by my butt crack hanging out, I must be doing some plumbing. I am pushing the hose onto the fitting on the side of the tank. Really understand what makes this hose so special, but it's the special RV tank fill hose.
That
and
razor
I'm
blade.
using this razor blade in accordance to safety standards.
Oh my god.
Success! Next step is to work on hooking up our water pump. This is going to pressurize the water to feed our shower and kitchen sink. So this is a pressurized accumulator tank that should help keep our water pump from having to cycle on and off as often.
I've been super unimpressed with every RV faucet ever. They're usually plastic that are painted to look like metal, and it's just pretty lame. So I found this super cool marine mixer valve for the shower, and it's tiny, one knob, and then rotates to adjust temperature, and I think it's gonna work really well. Don't mind us, we're gonna get in the bathroom together so that I can film and
Check it out.
show you what we're doing. We both fit in the bathroom.
Both fit in the bathroom. Now we're gonna drill from this side, that way we don't have a big tear out at the end.
Moment of truth. That's like a little secret shower. Just for reference, the size of the wrench versus the size of the valve.
Also, not the right application for a pipe wrench, but
I'm gonna give you guys one guess as to what Riley's doing right now.
Plumbing! We can't give away our secrets to the internet. The water heater that we're using ties into the coolant system on the truck, so it's possible to have water that's up to 200 degrees in our hot water tank, which would obviously scald you. This is a thermostatic mixing valve. It takes that super hot water, mixes it with cold water, and gives you normal, like shower hot water out of the other end. It's adjustable, so we can adjust what our hot water output is from, looks like 68 all the way up to 122 degrees Fahrenheit.
And whatnot.
Oh my God, we needed more freaking PEX pipe.
Riley's working on insulating the floor right now because this plywood is just sitting directly on top of the aluminum. And so we're gonna do insulation, 1-inch foam mylar, and then another 1/4-inch sheet of plywood, and then our flooring.
So the water lines running to our water heater are going to end up inside our floor right here. And we still added a piece of thin insulation here to break the thermal bridge so that they don't freeze. So the water heater that we're using has an electric heating element as well as a heat exchanger to the truck's coolant system. And so I'm working on hooking up the electric heating element back here. I cut the end off an old extension cord, and that's what we're going to be running back to the inverter. This is the hose that we brought over from the toilet through the wall, and it's going to tee in right here to the cold water supply line. So I'm working on drilling a hole right here to install this bulkhead fitting for our shower head. Courtney and I aren't in 100% agreement on where this part should go. So we're using VHB tape to install it. That way in a month or two, when she's proven that her location is better than my location, we can take it off and put it in her spot.
What? Well, this turned out really nice, but then I realized that this is going to be really annoying. So I'm gonna see if maybe there's like a rubber or silicone hose or some way to hold this. Something so that it doesn't make noise when we're driving. Finally, we lost the first one, but we can get rid of that silly looking white water filler and put the black one on.
Black water filler.
Woo. We have some rain in the forecast, so I'm gonna go ahead and get everything else caulked so that we're perfectly waterproof.
This morning we're working on installing our outdoor shower. It's got a nice hot and cold mixer and a removable spray wand so we can wash our dogs off or our bikes off or take a shower outside. We're using PEX tubing to plumb our camper. It's easy to work with, it's easy to fit in tight spaces, it's a little bit flexible, it's temperature resistant, and we're using there's a couple systems for attaching it. We're using these brass fittings along with the crimp rings to make a nice secure connection. This is the crimper tool for the crimp rings, and it ratchets and it will not let you release it until you have squeezed it far enough to make a proper crimp. There's no glue to wait for, there's no metal fittings to cut and thread, there's no wrenches. It's easy.
It's raining, but we're stubborn, so we're gonna keep working. We bought a roll of carpet and we're gonna upholster the walls of the gearbox.
All right, so today we are working on finishing up a few more details in the bike box.
here. I'm using the electric staple gun to put the carpet on the walls. That way we can remove it someday if it gets gross. It got very dark and I couldn't see what I was doing.
It was dark when the lid was shut?
It's so dark.
I think we know where I'm sleeping when I'm in the doghouse.
Something that I was really excited about with an outdoor shower is having hot and cold water, so we can wash the bikes off, we can shower, we can wash the dog's feet off, but then you get muddy. So we put it right here so that you can take the sprayer and then go up onto the deck to rinse your feet off. If you've been enjoying our videos, make sure to tap that like and subscribe button and follow along as we build our ultimate expedition vehicle.